Ever wondered why some people thrive in the face of adversity while others crumble? It's because adversity, as daunting as it may seem, plays a pivotal role in personal growth. Picture this: a muscle that never faces resistance, that never gets worked out. It remains weak, incapable. But when it is tested, pushed, strained, it grows stronger, more resilient. The same principle applies to us. Our character, our resolve, they're not forged in times of comfort and ease, but in the crucible of adversity. It's in these moments we discover our true capabilities, our hidden strengths. Resilience is that intangible quality that allows some people to be knocked down by life and come back stronger than ever. It's not about bouncing back immediately, but the gradual process of learning, growing, and coming back stronger. Remember, it's not about avoiding adversity, but rather about how we respond to it. So, what fuels our fight against adversity? It's motivation. Let's break it down. Motivation is like the engine that drives us. It's the spark that ignites the fire of action within us. It's the reason we get up in the morning, the reason we push through tough times, and the reason we keep going when the going gets tough. But motivation is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's personal, unique to each individual. And there are two main types of motivation that we all experience: internal and external. External motivation comes from outside of us. It's the carrot dangling in front of us, the reward that we're chasing. It could be a promotion at work, a trophy at a sports competition, or even the approval of others. But while external motivation can be powerful, it's also fleeting. Once the reward is achieved, the motivation often disappears. On the other hand, internal motivation comes from within us. It's fueled by our personal values, our passions, and our desires. It's not about chasing a reward, but about fulfilling our own personal mission. And because it's tied to who we are and what we truly care about, internal motivation tends to be more sustainable and powerful. Imagine climbing a mountain. If you're externally motivated, you're climbing because you want to reach the top and enjoy the view. But what happens when the weather turns bad, or the climb gets tough? Without a deeper reason to keep going, you might be tempted to turn back. But if you're internally motivated, you're climbing because you love the challenge, the adventure, or the sense of accomplishment. Even when the climb gets tough, you keep going because you're driven by something deeper than just the view at the top. So, when it comes to overcoming adversity, it's crucial to fuel your journey with internal motivation. To find that deep, personal reason that will keep you going, even when the road gets tough. True motivation comes from within, and it's what keeps us going in the face of adversity. Now, how can you boost your motivation when the going gets tough? Let's dive into the first two techniques to keep your fire burning: setting achievable goals and visualizing success. We begin with setting achievable goals. It's easy to get lost in the grandeur of our dreams, but dreams are merely the destination, not the journey. Start by breaking down your grand dream into smaller, manageable goals. These should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, or as the popular acronym goes, SMART. For instance, if your dream is to run a marathon, don't aim to run 26 miles on your first day. Start small, maybe a mile or two, and gradually increase your distance. Keep a record of your progress. This way, each small victory becomes a stepping stone towards your larger goal, and each success fuels your motivation. Now let's explore visualizing success. Visualization is a powerful tool that can help you stay motivated. Picture yourself achieving your goal and feel the emotions that come with it. If your goal is to write a novel, envision holding your published book in your hands, smelling the fresh ink on the pages, and feeling the joy and pride of accomplishment. Visualization creates a mental blueprint of your success. It inspires you to keep pushing forward, even when the going gets tough. It's not just about seeing the end goal, but also visualizing the steps you need to take to get there. Picture yourself sitting down to write each day, overcoming writer's block, and celebrating each completed chapter. Both setting achievable goals and visualizing success are potent techniques to keep you motivated. They transform your dreams into reality, one small step at a time. They remind you that the path to success is a marathon, not a sprint, and that perseverance is key. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So take that step today and let your journey to success begin. Scene script. Let's continue exploring ways to keep your motivation high. Now let's turn our attention to two more powerful techniques to keep that motivation engine running: practicing self-care and cultivating a growth mindset. Firstly, self-care. It's not about indulgence or being selfish, far from it. Self-care is about ensuring you're in the best physical, emotional, and mental state to tackle whatever comes your way. It's about recognizing that you're the driver of your life, and to drive well, you need to be well. So how do you practice self-care? Begin with the basics. Get enough sleep, eat healthily, and make time for physical activity. These are not groundbreaking revelations, but they're often the first things we compromise when we're busy. Remember, a well-rested, well-nourished, and active body is more equipped to stay motivated. But self-care is not just physical, it's also about caring for your mental and emotional well-being. This could mean taking a few minutes each day to meditate, practicing mindfulness, or simply doing something you love. It could be reading a book, painting, or just taking a walk in nature. Whatever it is, make sure it's something that refreshes and recharges you. Now let's talk about cultivating a growth mindset. This is about seeing challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than obstacles. It's about understanding that failure is not a dead end, but a stepping stone to success. So how do you cultivate this mindset? Start by changing your perspective on failure. Instead of seeing it as a setback, view it as a learning opportunity. When you make a mistake, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This simple shift in perspective can make a world of difference. Next, embrace the process. Understand that growth takes time and involves a lot of trial and error. Celebrate small victories along the way, and remember that every step, no matter how small, is progress. Self-care is not selfish, and a growth mindset is not naive. They are essential tools in your motivation arsenal. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned today. We embarked on a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and motivation to overcome adversities. We started by embracing adversity, not as an enemy, but as a friend. A friend that pushes us to explore our potential, to go beyond the boundaries, and to become a version of ourselves that we never thought we could be. We understood that adversity is not something to fear or avoid. Instead, it's an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to emerge stronger. We learned that adversity is the crucible in which our strength is tested and our resilience is forged. We learned that it's not about the number of times we fall, but the number of times we rise after falling that truly counts. Next, we delved into the world of motivation. We realized that motivation is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's a personalized, individual journey that is influenced by our goals, our values, and our passions. It's the driving force that propels us forward, even when the going gets tough. We explored different techniques to boost our motivation. We learned about setting realistic goals, maintaining a positive mindset, and finding inspiration in the success of others. We discovered the power of visualization, of seeing ourselves succeed even before we've started. We recognized the importance of self-care, of taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being to keep our motivation high. In the second part of our exploration, we focused on more advanced techniques. We understood the value of self-discipline, of setting boundaries for ourselves and sticking to them. We learned about the power of positive affirmations, of telling ourselves that we can and we will overcome adversity. We discovered the role of a supportive community, of surrounding ourselves with people who inspire us, motivate us, and push us to do better. Throughout this journey, one thing has been clear. Resilience and motivation are not just tools to overcome adversity. They are essential life skills that can transform our lives. They can help us turn challenges into opportunities, setbacks into comebacks, and adversities into victories. So as we come to the end of our journey, let's remember what we've learned. Let's remember to embrace adversity, to understand our motivation, and to use the techniques we've learned to boost our motivation. Let's remember to be resilient, to keep going even when the going gets tough, and to never lose sight of our goals. Remember, adversity is not a dead end, but a detour to a destination you might not have considered. Keep your motivation high, and there's no adversity you can't overcome.